Hello guys, currently I just arrived at Ikoro Abase. I know many of you might not know where is Ikoro Abase. Ikoro Abase is a local government on Akwa Ibom State, Nigeria. So, and I want to go and show you a very big, interesting something that you don't know. I want to show you a bank that was built in olden days. So we are going now to see their bank, how it looks like. I want you to stay tuned as I show you. So guys, by looking at this thing, you will know that this is actually a bank, and many people have tried to open the bank as the story said, but no one can be able to open it. You can see.
And take a look at, you can actually see that this is iron. Then they just use block to. Okay.
This is the safe.
Yes, this is a safe. This is just a bank. Built here by the British, and the bank, the money that was being used in the bank is what the Igbos and the Ibibios called Okpo. In English, it is called cowries. According to the story, the elders say that the villagers, which is the Ibibio people, and the Igbos called the money Okpo, which means in English it is cowries. That is the money they were using in this bank, First British Bank of Nigeria. They told me that this bank was destroyed by war, and the war that destroyed this bank is not actually the Nigerian Civil War, it is the Women War. In Nigeria around 1929, there was a war called Women War, or you can say about women riot. That was when women revolted against the council chiefs, and I think the reason why is because they wanted women to stop paying tax. So the women fought their war. According to the elders, they say this war was actually fought by women. Their men didn't fight. Their men don't want to fight, or they were scared. The men refused to fight. Instead, the men invaded the bank. Instead of fighting with their women, they decided to invade the bank just to take money from the bank. And when they invaded the bank manager ran into this safe that you see here today, and locked the safe from inside. And that is why until today, they were not able to open this bank because it was locked inside. They have tried all they could just to open this safe. They couldn't. According to the elders, this is not just the bank. They said this bank was actually built like a banking hall, but other places has been destroyed. Other buildings has been destroyed because it was built with iron. People destroyed the building just to steal the irons, but they tried their best to destroy the safe, but they couldn't. The reason is because the manager locked it inside, and nobody has been able to open that in today, not even to bring out the manager. Remember, when I was there, I asked, do you think that people are inside this bank? And they told me, even if people are there, they are not alive anymore. So, does it mean that if we open this safe today, we are going to find the skeleton of the manager of this bank? That is crazy. But this is exactly what happened and why this safe has been here, and nobody has been able to open this safe, even though they have tried. According to the people, they believe that they have used all manner of materials just to penetrate this safe, but nobody has been able to open this bank. Another thing that the elders told me that got me surprised is that after this bank was destroyed, that is when the First Bank of Nigeria was found. If you are a Nigerian, or if you're planning to come to Nigeria, when you come here, you will find out there is a bank called the First Bank of Nigeria. The elder said after the first British Bank of Nigeria was destroyed, that is when the first Bank of Nigeria was found. That is really interesting. And this is the history you might not learn in school. You might not see it in current affairs. And I'm bringing it to you today.
And after that, I went to a place called the Bridge of No Return.
Slaves into the ship. And then into waiting ship. It's a floating jetty, which means this thing is floating. Yeah, the whole thing, all these things you're seeing, they are floating. Okay. So it's a floating jetty and has three major underground holding compartments, which were used in storing very stubborn slaves. So those these things you see there now, they use it to store slaves that are very stubborn.
Which thing? Those three things there now.
This thing you're seeing, you will go there.
Okay. Okay.
So to store very stubborn slaves, the compartments have a capacity for about 30 people, but about 150 slaves were stored inside there. So, which means this thing you see here was built to contain only 30 people.
Yes.
But they put over 150 people inside, just to show you something, that a room that was supposed to contain 30 people now contains 150 each. Just to see. So they were stored, about 150 slaves were stored here at any given time. It was nicknamed the Bridge of No Return because once a slave step on this bridge,
Yes.
they were not allowed to look back. They were not allowed to look back, and they never returned. Which means if a slave steps here, that means straight to wherever they are taking it. So today, which is now currently, you can step on it, you can look back, you can walk on the bridge, and you will return. So to God be the glory, and that's because slavery has been abolished.
Yes.
Before this, if you go here, that means you are gone. But right now, you can go and come back.
Before, once you climb here, you are not allowed to look back. But today, you can climb here and also look back and see what is happening. So this is a very interesting story here. I'm going to bring you this interesting story. Keep watching as I'll show you how it looks like.
He came down physically to show that the forefathers involved them. Even this is Imo River. Then they come and speak it. Where is Imo River? And the forefathers said to them. So we have Blacks American, which is the origin of blacks, not just you have a position to go. Yes,
he's from this community.
Yes.
And his forefathers were taken from here to America. Yes. But this is his ancestral land.
Yeah, these are other Biden
Ancestration.
They used to lose it for ventilation.
Okay. This is for ventilation.
Okay. Start inside. One thing you start inside. When I open the door, you can do whatever you want to do. Let me open it. Just look.
Put on.
So yes, the way they used to put to go like this and step it. 150, that's 50.
50 people go
no
inside.
water can enter inside, no matter how the water beats.
Okay.
Look at the position of the water.
Yeah.
Yeah, the water going up now. You level this in all of them. This letting be straight. But the water is salt water, cannot break it. Salt water. So how many? It's almost 12 or something this now. So the whites elevate here before any other place in Nigeria. Say Calabar. The one that form Calabar.
So here is prison of no return, of slave of no return.
The good snapping. Now we don't inside. Now you can go. The good snapping. Huh? Good snapping. You can go inside.
So these three rooms you see here was actually built to contain 30 people. But what you see is each of them contains 50 people at any given time, 50 slaves. So there are three in each compartment, which is 150 slaves. And there are three compartments, which is 150 times 3, that is 450 slaves at any given time. Now take a look at a place where 50 people were sitting. Imagine. And there is no way, this is the only source of ventilation. This is the only source of ventilation. And ever since then, over 250 years, this thing is still good. And this thing was built in a way that nothing can destroy it. This thing is lying on top of salt water, and it's still like this. Nothing can destroy this thing. Even in 1,000 years to come, this thing will remain like this. But imagine the kind of suffering people that are inside this place will suffer.
For now.